farming is something that we just as a society have gotten away from. And I think it's really important for us, for everybody, if you can, in any capacity, whether it's starting plants in your home, growing in your backyard, inquiring where your food is coming from. I think all of us play a role in the system and we have stake in it. And I think we should exercise that power we have in the food system. I'm Kamal Bell. I'm a first-generation farmer. So in my life, you're gonna see my two boys running around every day. So I'm definitely a father. I'm a husband. My wife is I would say the backbone of Sankofa. When I was in college, I learned about something called food deserts. And I started to learn on how food, especially healthy food, wasn't made accessible to certain communities based on their socioeconomic status. So instead of me just being man, that's unfair, I decided I was gonna do something or try to do something about it. And I just set out on a path to be able to grow food, and our mission here is to get it to people who are affected by food deserts. Food it's that one thing that everyone has in common, regardless of your background and any demographic. I value the moment, but I also like to think about things long term. And that's why the youth are so important, because without them being involved and them learning and being exposed to these ideas now, we can't ensure that farming is going to look the way we want it to look if we don't incorporate the youth. I'm a former school teacher. I'm a licensed agricultural education teacher. When I started a school garden, I saw some of that potential with the students. And I started to see that they would change their behavior. They would improve their behavior in school and at home. Their grades would get higher, and they became more interested in the overall picture of their life.
When I first came to the farm, it was yeah, come out to the farm and I'll show you how to, we'll learn some farming skills. And I'm thinking it's gonna look how it does now, but instead it looks like a forest. And so I think that actually was a blessing in disguise, because we started to know this is what it means to work for something. Mr. Bell has always been a person who just gave us the opportunity to learn, and it's your responsibility to take it.
Using the earth as the source, the foundation of what you're doing. Trying to be smart and preserve the earth for our future generations.
So I think about sustainability from a twofold perspective. One, from a human perspective, with working with youth. I also think about it from a practice standpoint. So honeybees are, one, great pollinators, but they're also a great introduction to bringing youth and educating youth about farming. So the more interested we can get them, the more of a chance that we have that they actually come into the industry to fulfill a role or to push the industry forward. Just being able to have youth in general at the farm, I think that it's like a public service that if a farmer can have an educational component to their operation to make sure they have it, because you never know what the youth will end up doing. I'm Kamal Bell. I'm a first-generation farmer, and this is my sustainability story.